as I get older, I'm getting confused by all my online identities. And so I'm going to have a channel which will end up being quite diverse, should we say, with all sorts of different topics. So what you will find out is the whole range of things that I might be interested in. It wasn't really working very well for me, separating different aspects of things that I'm interested in. I know that makes it a bit cluttered for you and probably isn't the way to manage social media at all. But what I can do is put them into playlists on YouTube. And then if I really get the urge, maybe I'll separate them out into a completely separate channel. But for now, guys, apologize for that. But this one is an audio topic. In fact, it's a PA sound reinforcement audio topic, not model railway, not engineering, not cycling, or one like that. So if you're interested in that subject, here we go. So what I'm trying to achieve is a wireless podium microphone. We are using only wireless microphones now. It saves having wires trailing from the place where people are speaking to the place where the sound and mixing desk is, and that works very well. However, we've only got one really useful tie clip microphone. Everything else is done with hand or mic stand mounted mics. And there are a lot of people that are not aware of really how to use a mic well. They just go to the front of the church as it is and read from the podium or lectern. And their usage of the microphone, it's to be understood, it's not what they're there for. So I wanted a podium mic, which I hope would solve that. Anyway, I've started a video to explain a little bit about where I've got to with it. And I'm afraid that I might be repeating myself because I stopped the video partway through. Now, all I want is a wireless podium mic. And what a performance I'm getting to. Okay, so we've got wireless mics that's up at the church. Doesn't matter if it's a church or not. And we've got some handheld mics you might put into a mic stand, and a couple of tie clip mics. We've even got one of those things you put around your neck. They work all right into body packs, that's fine. But we don't want to have to mic everybody up because the body packs, that's a cheap body pack, the other body pack's quite expensive. So why not have a podium mic? The problem with the handheld mics is people don't know how to use microphones, and just observing other places, not talking to technical people, it seems like the podium mics appear to work quite well at picking people up. Right, but I don't want it to be wired in, I want it to be wireless. To remind myself of where I've got to, I'm using these, what are called gooseneck mics, and I've made a little thing to fit on the podium, which has the right sort of socket in it that will take the microphone. It's got that sort of thing. Is it that sort of thing? Yeah. That goes into the bottom of the microphone and holds the mic up. And just check that out. There's one of the microphones. And that will clip onto that base. And initially, I got a condenser microphone, but when plugged through the XLR connector to a 1/4-inch jack to a mini jack into the transmitter, or body pack as it's sometimes called, the levels were nowhere near loud enough, even though this has got settings to adjust the gain. Not good enough. And I discovered that the reason for that is because condenser microphones need a phantom power supply. I then bought this one because it's a dynamic microphone and doesn't need a phantom power supply. The problem with that is it works well when you hold your mouth close to this. Doesn't work so well for podium use. i.e. when you've got a fair distance between the speaker and the microphone. Really not very sensitive in that sort of application. Admittedly, you know, when you read into all the details, it might work as a whatever it's called, talkback microphone. Plug it into a mixer desk to talk back over the speakers. So it might have a use. So it's still here. So then, okay, remember I'm in a cordless situation. What I need is a phantom power supply for the cordless mic. And this is what I bought, this device. Now, there are many inline little boxes, and quite a few of those boxes are for removing the phantom power supply. So you turn off the phantom power supply so that it works with a microphone that doesn't require the phantom power supply. So in theory, at least, this adds a phantom power supply from a single 1.5 volts AA cell. And the phantom power supply is normally 48 volts. I'm not over surprised about that. It can have electronics in to do that. But the problem I've got now is XLR socket on the bottom of the microphones, XLR socket out, or your plug, let's call it XLR plug because it's got pins on it, out from there, which would go to your mixer, but mini XLR in. So it's going to be wire after wire, special leads. So what I haven't got now, and I'm going to have to get hold of, is a lead that converts an XLR plug to a mini XLR to plug into there. Then from this normal size XLR to small jack to plug into here. And hopefully then that will allow me to connect this up as a podium microphone. And the reason I'm posting this video is it might well be that there is somebody out there who says, oh, no, this is what you need. And it might be that there's one of these microphones which has a place in the base to put the 1.5 volt cell to give the phantom supply that the capacitor detector up there requires. One of the things is I've got a couple of these, an expensive and a cheap tie clip microphone, and believe it or not, they plug into here nicely to transmit. Stick those on a bit of a coat hanger and dangle it somewhere over the person speaking, and it certainly works as well as this one. And you're just using, and it's very compact and small, isn't it? No phantom power supply required, plugs directly into this, and everything runs fine. So there you are, you technical gurus out there. Direct me to something, but bear in mind, guys, that I want something that adds a phantom power supply on a wireless setup without having any mains lead trailing or anything like that. Not one that removes it, which was what I found in some of these inline connectors. Oh,